The parliament, usually empty after the morning session, is now swarming with people. Instead of MPs, there are journalists on the third floor of the building. They are waiting for the press conference of the parliament chairman, Andriy Parubi, regarding the work this parliament has done within the last 5 years.
Якщо ми зможемо об'єднатися заради країни, заради великої мети, ми переможемо.
Parubi remembers how a pro-European coalition was created for fast decision-making as the Russian aggression was beginning. Then the newly elected parliament was not in full strength, since instead of 450 MPs, only 423 were elected. Part of the election districts are in the occupied Crimea and parts of Donetsk and Luhansk regions that are under Russian proxy control.
Тільки США у 15-18 році передали на зброю та спорядження.
Just the USA has transferred us weapons and other equipment for the total cost of $2.5 billion. That includes radars, anti-sniper systems, modern communication systems, and well-known anti-tank Javelin missile systems. I, as the chairman of the parliament, had held negotiations with US officials for several years about the Javelins.
The Verkhovna Rada made amendments to the constitution. It defined the vector of Ukraine's foreign policy as movement towards the European Union and NATO. It also accepted a number of important reforms, judicial, educational, and medical. Despite almost 2,000 amendments, the parliament solidified the status of the Ukrainian language as the only state language. At the same time, the Ukrainian parliament had to counteract the information war and propaganda from Russia.
Прийнятими Верховною Радою законами.
Because the laws are passed by the Verkhovna Rada, Ukraine managed to implement the mechanisms of counteracting Russian information aggression. Russian TV channels broadcasting that was spreading chauvinism and breaching Ukrainian laws were forbidden. We also limited the imports of books that contain propaganda and ideology from Russia. Ukrainian information sphere was expanded. The Verkhovna Rada has gradually increased the percentage of Ukrainian language in the radio and TV.
The speaker talked about the achievements but also answered the journalists' questions for almost 2 hours. After that, he took all willing on a tour to his personal office. He said he prepared a surprise to the future parliament heads so that they would pass decisions important to the whole country under the oversight of Ukrainian dukes and hetmans.
Volodymyr the Great was the one who brought Christianity to Ukraine. Yaroslav the Wise, he wrote Rus Justice, the laws on which the common law and the future laws that were adopted in Ukraine were based. This is King Danilo Halitsky. From Kazakh times, here is Bogdan Khmelnytsky, of course, a very challenging look of a warrior. If you stand in different points in this office, pictures look different. When you sit at the table, Ivan Mazepa looks you straight in the eyes.
1 week left until the end of the cadence of this parliament. Next week, we'll have the last session before the parliamentary elections. Andriy Parubi is sure that it will be fruitful and hopes that the vote changes to the electoral legislation will be successful. Reported by Olha Mikhailiuk, UATV.